Ingurida Kapa Kadan, I Kapation.
Tamo, Narak Dana, Isana and a sexual on a patro. Kaptok on a patabraba.
Hoyare, section Manadum Capuro, a capo.
Us, Kongdreda, coming on a dono Kongdre. Pare, I do the eight a look again. Punga, my mind that.
First, the headlines. Chief Minister Nungthombam Biren Singh inaugurated Vindhya Utsav state-level exhibition on exports. Police arrested an active Free-Path cadre involved in series of bomb blast incidents. E-learning platform Moodle LMS launched. India has reported 26,150 new COVID-19 cases and 252 deaths in the last 24 hours. And crucial meetings between the centers and Naga rebel groups, including the NSC and IAM, began in Kohima. Hello, good evening and welcome. This is ELITETV bringing you the English news and updates for the day, and I'm your host HEMABATI. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government, wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play our part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Chief Minister Nungthombam Biren Singh inaugurated Vindhya Utsav state-level exhibition on exports, a meeting point for buyers and sellers today. The inaugural event was organized by the Department of Textiles, Commerce and Industry, Government of Manipur in association with DGFT, Department of Commerce, Government of India and FIEO, set up by Ministry of Commerce at Classic Grande Imperial Hall, Chingmirong. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, Minister of State, External Affairs and Education, Dr. R.K. Ranjan Singh, Textiles, Commerce and Industry Minister T.H. Biswajit Singh, Regional Chairman, Federation of Indian Export Organizations, Sushil Patwari, Textiles, Commerce and Industry Commissioner R.K. Dinesh Singh, Trade, Commerce and Industries Director Lorembam Bikram and Directorate of Handlooms and Textiles Director K. Lamli Kamei and other eminent persons attended the event as main guests. Speaking in the event, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said, the event being organized will be immensely beneficial to the entrepreneurs and the business in the state and in promoting local products for exports. Development of connectivity infrastructure in the state has been a priority. Rail connectivity of Imphal with Jiribam and other projects like trilateral highway from Thailand to Moreh, etc. has immense potential to boost export products once it is completed, the Chief Minister said. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh also said that he was impressed to see the skills of the entrepreneurs of our state and the talents they have shown, and added that they have already started exporting their products and he feels really proud of them. From the government side, the people of Manipur, mainly people who are full of talent in entrepreneurship, the government is providing financial assistance through startup and banking. And as said by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the government has started to operate to ease the processing of the single window system, he continued.
A branch office of the Passport Seva Kendra at Moreh will also be beneficial for trade in the region. Development of multi-modal logistic park in the state of Manipur has potential for the region and the country in light of Trans-Asia Railway Network. Territorial highway and inland waterways, as I mentioned before. I'm sure the deliberation during the event in the next 2 days, buyer and the seller meet, will be informative and constructive. I'm sure that it will provide valuable perspective to better understand the potential areas and the challenges to promoting trade and export in the state. I thank the FT, Department of Commerce, Government of India and the Federation of Indian Export Organization for their support and conducting such meet.
Union Minister of State, External Affairs and Education, Dr. R.K. Ranjan Singh, said that international trade is a key component of modern diplomacy, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has rightfully granted them and called them to work towards $400 billion with export target for the year 2021-22. He said they remain confident that Chief Ministers and Commerce Ministers and the Government of India will deliver the said target, and added that the Ministry of External Affairs has processed to launch a North-East Roundtable meeting beginning with Imphal this year related to export markets with our neighbours. The roundtable will provide an opportunity to understand how the best Ministry of External Affairs can assist in the international engagement. The deliberation of the roundtable will form an action plan to implement in pursuance of Prime Minister's call for all-round economic development in the northeastern regions. Ministry of External Affairs will facilitate in all ways possible. R.K. Ranjan also appealed to the Chief Ministers to identify at least 5 to 10 items which can excel outside the borders as well as out of the border of the country, and added that linkage and identification of 5 to 10 items which could be excelled by each state has already been made arrangement to provide by the External Affairs Minister, Department of India.
We remain confident that the Honorable Chief Minister and Commerce Minister and the Government of India will deliver the target. India's east and northeast share tremendous amount of international border with our friends and partners. This brings in the opportunity to trade with our neighbors. For far too long, this aspect of India's physical geography and the cultural connect across these borders have been at a back burner. Act is policy.
Textiles, Commerce and Industry Minister T.H. Biswajit Singh said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has always urged all the Indians to involve and to participate to bring a change, whether it may be economically. At the time of COVID pandemic, we have been economically helped by the Prime Minister and have mainly focused on entrepreneurship and food processing, etc. to economically sustain, he added. Minister Biswajit said that Vindhya Utsav is the right event to showcase all our export quality and materials, and added that two policy, single window system and industrial part breeding system will be launched, and the most excitement is the signal window policy for nationally as well as for the state, where all the entrepreneurships no more have to run every door here and there to get license and to get approval to run or to do a business. He continued that a state-level sports promotion committee, Manipur, under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary, has also been formed to have a proper plan strategically and systematically for the trade, foreign trade and any trade. The unemployment problem cannot be solved by the government, but can be solved through the entrepreneurships, because the more we can create entrepreneurs, the more we can encourage these entrepreneurs, then we can minimize the unemployment problems, Minister Biswajit said.
The prana lessons not only Manipur, but nationally single window system policy. Torapasi Maksu Amnangai before Manina Tamzabagi, Wapam Dunia Dugakigi, Manipur da, Manipur industrial state rules, amend to Aduga industrial and the investment policy of the Manipur 2017 si hanadagi semtokre aduga lolona Manipur industrial single window ay nasa hajabadu yaukre aduga Manipur Public Service Delivery Guarantee Act 2021 se koi Manipur da hoji hana lemdab se koi thongre paisa leiba leitabna tongan ba oni abdu akoi cabinet honorable chief minister lising makha da koi na si place tawjere har kan da puthoi ba ek mel so many ni postings da ekoi gi Manipur da akoi na khalu da pot mayam ma ngasi exhibition da included leiba exhibition gi stall le holding si krai da sabno the honorable chief minister su appreciate to widami madudi kai da akoi medical gi leiba pot lamsing sarka.
One active pre-park pro cadre involved in a series of bomb blast incidents in various places, including CM Bungalow, has been arrested with a bomb. Speaking to media persons at a press meet held at Imphal West Conference Hall today, SP Dr. S. Ibomcha said that, acting on a reliable information, the police team conducted a search operation at Lairik Yingbam Makhalekai, resulting to the arrest of the pre-park pro active cadre. The arrested cadre has been identified as 37-year-old Nauroibam Joyshankar Singh alias Loyumba alias Kaungang, son of Inaucha of Lairyingbam Makhalekai. The police team seized one IED bomb, one Chinese hand grenade, one air gun rifle, 4 PEK cake, 3 electronic circuit, 1 remote control, 3 detonators, batteries and tools used in bomb making from his possession. SP Dr. S. Ibomcha further said that Nauroibam Joyshankar is also involved in the bomb blast incident that took place in front of CM Bungalow in 2001 and at Route 39 restaurant. He is also involved in the recent bomb blast incident at Nauroibam Boge's residence. Nauroibam Joyshankar joined the outfit Pre-Park Pro back in 2009 under Pre-Park Pro chairman Subhash alias Pelhiba alias Muni. The arrested cadre will be handed to Lumphil Police Station for further investigation, as he added.
Aduga akoina makata na koise magi history koida phakalu matamda magi 2013 gi 10 August ta koi Siam Bungalow gi geta koi bom pokhan gi ba numidang wara mama bom pokhan gi ba adu mama masak makhuna tawjaba adu Route 39 restaurant Manipur de leibudu da date 17 da bom pokhan ba adu misak tuni adugi damakta koi Imphal West District Commando na su mahakse 2013 gi August 22 da su mahakse pharo bani amu koina makhata na mu kakum na hangwa matamda koi mahang ngarang si 12:30 adai da koi bogen ko ba nupa amma si da ki han khangan baga mai le na mana hengren ani si langa pokhain greba aduga mi di asopon di yahodre mahang na sigi piri iwa ID hengren singsi magi monetary demand koi gi Pre-Park Pro na koi gi senkhai tungkhai tawbuda piak taba mi sing da threaten tawna ba aduga security forces sing da attack tawna bagi damakta sumaina paliba haiba chairman sina mongona piak pani haina mana duaina tami aduga makhata na koi sigi mtangki da koi Pre-Park Pro na tawe activity sing kari tawre kari plan lai habdo koi tanna koi extract tawna na biram investigation sathaji.
Balu Singh today stone-paved the muddy road along Langthabal Kunja and Langthabal Mantrikong under the auspices of BJP State Secretary and intending candidate Bukrambam Somojit Singh. Social worker and detained Singh today handed a playground to the locals of Ukungsang, Ward Number 8, Herok Assembly Constituency. Speaking on the occasion, and detained Singh said that he will continue to contribute his part in encouraging the youths of the constituency in the field of games and sports. He also appreciated his supporters who left Congress and BJP to support him. 12th Battalion National Disaster Response Force NDRF, in collaboration with District Administration Technopol, organized part of the community awareness program at Technopol District Headquarter Technopol Village Community Hall that was started on September 16 and will continue till September 30 at various locations of Technopol District. SDO Technopol S. Surchandrana was the chief guest of the program, with Inspector G.D. Titus Sekho leading the NDRF team under the auspices of 12th Battalion NDRF Commandant Rajesh Thakur. Awareness on the ways to protect from natural disasters, steps to be followed to help a person in danger, and demonstration on the kinds and ways of using the equipments were taught to the people during the program. NDRF Inspector G.D. Titus Seko, in his keynote speech of the event, said that Manipur NDRF 12B unit rescued people during times of disasters, and when not in disaster, the unit spread awareness to the people. He also said that the first response during the time of disaster are the family members and the community members. He further said that the awareness program was organized to save more lives in the future. Ipa Pokpa Apokpa Ima Malim Apokpi Ipa Ima Yorabung Village Development Committee YVDC, in collaboration with Yorabung Nishaban Mairapaibi YNMP, felicitated the participants of 11th National Kudo Championship and 1st Federation Cup 2021 organized by Kudo International Federation India from September 2 to 7. The felicitation was held at Chingkai Ningtho Haraubung Yaurubung Northeast Kudo Council Technical Director Deven Moirangthem, YNMP President S. Mani, YVDC President NG Surchandra, Kudo Association of Manipur President Dr. H. Romain, Working President GM NG Jeet Kumancha were the main guests of the event. The players and officials were felicitated with shawls and gifts, after which a feast was organized. It may be mentioned that Manipur scored 7 gold medals, 4 bronze medals in 11th National Kudo Championship 2021 and 7 gold medals, 5 silver medals and 5 bronze medals in the 1st Federation Cup. Now before we continue, it's time for a short break. Do stay tuned.
Rohan Film, cyclists and philanthropists na Cycling for Humanity campaign gi makada kunai asigi sotharaba kanglop singbu tengbang duna lakli. Reading e-ride na paikhat chariba one household one e-scooter campaign asidasu hena mapung fa na ba mateng pangminers.
Manipur gumba pikraba state asidadi ekoina chachok chashin tawriba jaga singsi khutna lamba phuba jaga da ngaktoba maram aduna mayam gi damakta leijare environmental friendly oiriba adongi perfect partner e-scooter. One household, one e-scooter. High-level campaign asida mayam khudimaksu sharuk yamdasi.
For more queries, please visit our showroom at Sangai Pronintem Call, Moirang Patlo or Tobal Atokpam. And do visit our website arambai2020.com or arambai2020 app.
Welcome back, more news and updates. Lantuigong Kamai, on behalf of the villagers, appealed for the implementation of the resurvey process jointly taken by NHIDCL, PWD, District Administration None and affected landowners at None DC Chamber. It may be mentioned that the decision on National Highway 37 extension for land in areas of None district was taken by Longmai village affected landowners in a press meet. The reason for the demand of the resurvey process was because of the affected houses and land by the resurvey process with the newly geotag aid, thereby urging the concerned authority not to withdraw the old bill for the 2015 survey record and to put the same in the 2021 newly resurvey record. Lantuigong Kamai continued that the current problem rose after 24-meter measurement was taken in the 2021 resurvey, while the measurement taken in 2015 was 20 meters. PWD, NHIDCL staff and officials, None SDC and staff came for the resurvey process. The locals demanded for non-withdrawal of money until a resolution was passed, demanding the government and the concerned authority to look into the said matter. A reception and launching program of e-learning platform Moodle LMS organized by Dhanamantri University was held today. The occasion was attended by the Union Minister of State, Education and External Affairs, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, as the main guest. During the occasion, 2 tablets were also distributed to the principal of 5 constituent colleges of Dhanamantri University. The function was attended by the President along with the members of Alumni Association of Dhanamantri College of Science, principals and all the teaching faculties. As part of the various youth meetings that had been organized prior to the upcoming 12th Legislative Assembly election to enhance development and upliftment, Kakching AC MLA Mayanglambam Rameshwar today organized a youth meeting at Kakching Ward No. 1, Imoinu Paring. The meeting was attended by youths of Kakching Ward No. 1, 4 and 6 with Mayanglambam Rameshwar as the main guest and BJP Kakching Mandal President S.H. Samjai as the event president. Around 10 families who newly joined and supported the BJP party was also felicitated during the event. Mayanglambam Rameshwar sought blessing from the elders by presenting them shawls. Speaking on the occasion, Rameshwar talked on the various developmental works taken up by the government as well as the steps taken up to curb the spread of COVID-19 in the country. 11 Manipur political parties, IIFB, AITC, BSP, CPI, CPIM, INC, JDS, MPP, NCP, PRJA, RSP, organized an opposition party's nationwide protest at Nambol Congress Bhavan as part of the nationwide protest that began from September 20 and will continue till September 30 to safeguard the country's constitution, democracy, secularism and future of the younger generation. MPCC former President Thanga AC ex-MLA T. Mangibabu, MPCC President and Nambol AC MLA N. Loken, CPI Secretariat Member Dr. Nara, CPI Manipur State Secretary L. Sotin Kumar, Nambol Block Congress Committee President L. Lokendro and leaders of other political parties took part in the protest. Speaking on the occasion, N. Loken said that the government increased the prices of essential commodities by half of their original prices and took up various developmental schemes to avail the benefits to the people. He continued that with the BJP-led government in the country, the economic condition of the country was badly affected. On the other hand, L. Sotin Kumar expressed that the BJP government ignored and affected other religions while focusing more on the development of the Hindu religion in the country.
Protest assistant in Germany. Nasihi, Harota, Adumai so, Aniga, Taraga, Maridega Horadana, Haroti, Linga Asi, Modi, Nalitoba, RSS na, Purapuri control Toba, Harot the Lady Rastia, Sayam, Sebak, Dharmadeyan Hudjanba, Party, Kambu, Sina control Puratoba, Adum Harot, the BJP Haiba, parties in a Litoba, Linga Ama, Nasipa, the Matam Satadura Lapas.
Titular King of Manipur, Sanajauba Leshemba, today paid fitting floral tributes to the deceased elders and prayed for the departed souls to be rested peacefully in the heavenly abode during the occasion of Langban Haisoi Tamba, Chara Tamba, Langban Tarpan, held at Uttara Sanglen, Sanakonu. Ali Yavar Young National Institute of Speech and Hearing Disability, D Regional Center, Bhubaneswar, under Poverty Development Society and SHEDA Ngaklo, BJP Haingang Mandal, Haingang Gram Panchayat and Haingang United Club Organization, HUCO, under the auspices of Chief Minister of Manipur, Nongthombam Biren, jointly organized a free medical checkup related to hearing illness and distributed hearing aid fitment at Imphal East District, Haingang Laiharaufam. Speaking on the occasion, HUCO Secretary S. Tondang appreciated the initiatives taken up by the Chief Minister to ease the hardships faced by the people with hearing problems. He also assured that the initiatives taken up today will soon be taken up in various locations of the state. Now, before we continue, let's have a short break here. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Tamo, kaino lo sandribo? As karangana sasena harago.
Kaino isibo, kaisa punai isibo.
Hima, COVID ki vaccine kap thosena ngana du phasna haini dudi.
ai haksang ka sto de ai ka poi nate haksang ka sto de ba ingoni da ka pa ke ka de ai ka poi sin
Tamo, narak dringai dana isana hana sexual ho na phatro. Kap thok puna phatabra ba.
ho yare section bana dum ka puro ai ka poi
As khangdre da. Kamai ngana dono khangdre ai. Phare, adu de ai chalu khige. Pungo, mamai da ka puge ko, papa ga leramo.
COVID-19 लाइसेट असि ngakthoनबगी दमक कोविड की वैक्सीन कापना लाइसेट असि मरि लेनबा लाइना लाइसेट सिंगदगी ngakthoksaba ngami masida natana लाइसेट असि संगहनदनबगी दमक मतम मतमगी सरकारना पिरकपा सना कागमन सिंग अखोय ngakna चमिनरसि कोविन एप्स ता रजिस्टर तोपिदुना अदोमसु सुक्सोय सोयदना वैक्सीन असि कापथोपियो कोविड की वैक्सीन कापथोक्तुना कोविड लेतबा इरमदम ओहेमिनरसि
अखोय वैक्सीन कापलेसे कोई वैक्सीन का प्लेस है कोई वैक्सीन का प्लेस है हानि के पंछी सौखत कोठा हंजिलसी जाति जाति खाई देन कोरोना लांचंग ठेंगरसी कोई वैक्सीन का प्लेस है कोरोना दिंगरसी पंछी सौखत माई कईदा
Asingmune, akhoi pone vaccine kap thokuna corona de ngak thokuna hani ki punsibu hanjano hanabada adu bisrok yabi.
Welcome back, more news and updates. India has reported 26,115 new COVID-19 cases and 252 deaths in the last 24 hours. Kerala accounted for 60% of the new cases in the country as it reported 15,692 cases and 92 deaths on Monday. India's active case load dropped to 3,09,575, the lowest in 184 days. Death toll surged to 4,45,385, while the daily positivity rate stood at 1.85%. Speaking of India's COVID-19 handling, billionaire Gautam Adani on Monday said that criticism cannot be at the cost of national dignity. The fact that India has fought back COVID-19 should in itself be a lesson for all. On the other hand, Mizoram reported 2 more deaths due to COVID-19 infection and 1,731 new positive cases in the last 24 hours. With the death of 2 more patients, Mizoram's COVID-19 death toll increased to 263 on Tuesday. Mizoram so far has reported a total of 81,460 COVID-19 positive cases. The positivity rate stood at 18.53% on Tuesday. The recovery rate stood at 82.49% with a total of 66,057 recoveries. Mizoram currently has a total of 12,140 active cases. Meanwhile, around 28% of households in Delhi have 1 or more members showing flu-like symptoms, according to an online survey carried out by local circles. Around 6% of Delhi's residents said there are currently 4 or more individuals with flu-like symptoms in their household. The survey also noted that hospitals have been receiving at least 50 to 60 cases of viral infection cases daily. After over a year, crucial meetings between the centre's envoy and Naga rebel groups, including the NSC and IM, began in Kohima on Monday to settle the long-pending Naga political issue. As per reports, Intelligence Bureau IB, former Special Director A.K. Mishra and the NSC and IM leadership led by Tuigaling Muiva held a meeting at the police complex in Chumaukedima in Kohima. NSC and IM leader R.H. Racing told reporters after the meeting that everything should be initiated on the basis of the framework agreement signed with the government in 2015. They reiterated their commitment to the framework agreement in letter and spirit. After the COVID-19 pandemic, the talks have resumed. The government of India has sent them a letter stating that Mishra will hold talks with their leaders, Racing told a newspaper television channel. stating that a separate flag and constitution are uncompromising issues. Raising said, any agreement without separate flag and constitution is unacceptable and meaningless. The solution must be inclusive. They can't sign an agreement ignoring the sentiments of their cadres. Both Mishra and other NSC and IM leaders remained tight-lipped about the details of the discussions held in Monday's crucial meeting. The meeting, held for the first time after the Centre on September 9 removed R.N. Ravi as Nagaland Governor as well as peace talk interlocutor. The Centre has not made any official announcement who would be the new interlocutor for the vital peace talks. Mishra, who is also the advisor on Northeast Affairs in the Home Ministry, arrived in Kohima on Saturday to resume the talks with various Naga groups and stakeholders. On the other hand, Niki Sumi, the president of the Niki Sumi faction of the NSCNK, said that separate agreements with different factions of the Naga political groups cannot bring final and inclusive solution to the Naga political issue. He said this in the backdrop of the government of India making it clear that there will be only one inclusive solution to the Naga issue. Addressing the media in Dimapur on Monday, Sumi reasoned that the NSC and IM signed the framework agreement in 2015, while the 7 Nagaland national political groups, NNPGs, signed the agreed position with the government of India in 2017, but the final solution eluded the Naga people till date. Calling off the press conference by the Niki Sumi group on Monday assumed significance, as the NSC and IM was also holding talks with former Intelligence Bureau Special Director A.K. Mishra at Chumukedima Police Complex around the same time. Sumi said the Naga people wanted peace and called his group to India from Myanmar to find an inclusive solution. The centre signed a ceasefire agreement with the group for 1 year on September 6. On September 16, Sumi held a consultative meeting with the apex Naga tribal bodies. He called upon the tribal leaders to stand as one and voice out their aspirations and desires as one people and tell all the Naga political groups what needs to be done in order to bring about a lasting peace in the land. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said Union Home Minister Amit Shah has authorized him to hold preliminary talks with the militant outfit ULFAI. After meeting Union Home Minister Shah in New Delhi on Monday night, Chief Minister Sharma said he have discussed with the Home Minister regarding the issue of holding peace talks with the ULFAI and added that Amit Shah has authorized him to hold preliminary talks with the ULFAI. Chief Minister Sarma said if everything goes in a proper direction, the centre may get involved in the peace process with the ULFA later. Regarding the ongoing peace process with the NSC and IM, the Assam Chief Minister and convener of the BJP-led North-East Democratic Alliance, NEDA, said he is partly involved in the peace talks with the NSC and IM, but is not officially holding any negotiation with the outfit. Regarding the matter of the National Register of Citizens (NRC), Sarma said both the centre and the state government are seeking a review of the NRC in Assam. However, a decision in this regard will be taken only by the Supreme Court, as the NRC was prepared under the direct supervision of the Apex Court. Chief Minister Sarma also said he updated Home Minister Shah on the progress in the implementation of various central schemes and the efforts of the Assam government against drugs. Myanmar's ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi will face a new trial on 4 charges of corruption beginning on October 1. Myanmar junta has decided to put Suu Kyi on trial for corruption in addition to a raft of ongoing cases that may put her behind the bars for many decades. After the military took control over Myanmar in a February coup, Suu Kyi has been under house arrest. However, the military rule in Myanmar has sparked a mass uprising and a brutal crackdown on the protesters. The 76-year-old Nobel laureate is currently on trial for allegedly flouting COVID-19 restrictions during the last general election that was won by her party, illegally importing walkie-talkies and sedition. A media report quoted Suu Kyi's lawyer, Kin Mwang-zo, as saying that the Nobel laureate will face the trial in the capital, Naypyidaw, on 4 charges of corruption. Each corruption charge carries a maximum sentence of 15 years. It has been reported that the ongoing trials were delayed for 2 months as Myanmar grappled with the COVID-19 surge and resumed only this week. However, Suu Kyi skipped the first day of the trials on health grounds. The journalists have reportedly been barred from all proceedings of the court so far. The Myanmar junta has also charged Suu Kyi for allegedly accepting illegal payments of gold and violating a colonial-era secrecy law, although these are yet to come to the court. The military deposed Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy government for alleged voter fraud during the 2020 elections. According to a local monitoring group, more than 1,100 people have been killed and over 8,000 arrested during the massive uprising against the coup. Internet and mobile phone services were suspended in JNK's Uri on Monday after an infiltration attempt by a heavily armed terrorist group, officials said. As per the army, this is the second infiltration attempt this year. Reinforcements were called in, a large area has been cordoned off, and a counter-infiltration operation has been underway for the past 30 hours, officials said. The US has announced it will lift COVID-19 travel ban on all air passengers, including travelers from India, in November if they are fully vaccinated and undergo testing and contact tracing. However, the White House said it is for the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, to determine which vaccine is acceptable for entry into the country. Now, before we wind up for the day, let's have a quick look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Nungthobam Biren Singh inaugurated Vinja Utsav state-level exhibition on exports. Police arrested an active Free Park cadre involved in series of bomb blast incidents. E-learning platform Moodle LMS launched. India has reported 26,150 new COVID-19 cases and 252 deaths in the last 24 hours. And crucial meetings between the centers and Naga rebel groups, including the NSC and IAM, began in Kohima. Now that's all with the news and updates for today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.